Hey guys, and welcome back to Smitey Buddies.
I'm Isa.
I'm Priscilla.
And today we're going to be talking about Leather and Lark by Bryn Weaver, the second book to Butcher Blackbird.
Yes. Second book. I went in with no expectations.
I went in with high expectations.
I came out of it the
Highly
same way.
disappointed.
The same way I went into it. Honestly, the beginning was really good. I was like, this is giving. I don't know if you guys have read The Girl in 6E. I don't think so, because that's a pretty underrated book, but it's an amazing book where the girl is literally psycho. And I was like, okay, this bitch is she's a little crazy. In the beginning, I was like, I'm feeling it. She's killing men, love that. But then it just the first book, bro, it went into rom-com. There was no killing.
I mean, I liked the first book, and this is advertised as a dark romantic comedy. I feel like...
Did you laugh?
Yes and no. Very... Yeah. Did you?
No.
I laughed maybe twice.
I laughed when he got fucked up the ass.
That was one of the times that I laughed as well, because I was literally like, what the fuck? I didn't... I knew it was coming because it's in the trigger warnings, but I didn't know when it was coming. So I kind of figured the more I got into the book, towards the end, especially it hadn't happened yet, and I was like, wait, I think I know when it's gonna happen. Yeah. So I don't know. I'm also a little bit, I feel what disappointed me was that it wasn't very dark. I feel we're gonna talk about it more, especially when we find out when we find out what Lark does. That scene kind of fell flat for me just because of his reaction.
Which scene?
The part where he finds out. Remember that she's like, I'm a multi-deleter.
Oh,
we're gonna talk about it.
Girl.
But he was kind of he literally does the same fucking shit.
He just doesn't like it.
And he was like...
And I wanted him to like it. I thought the point was for both of them to be
yeah.
But...
to be a little off the rails, which she... obviously is. He's not ish by choice.
The smell was good.
The smell was good.
The smell was good.
The smell was very good.
I was like, okay,
yeah.
Honestly, I thought it was gonna get a little freaky, but I mean, we'll get into it. But if a man told me to fucking crawl, I'd be like, fuck you, motherfucker, you crawl. The fuck. But we'll get to that
we'll get into all the details. Yeah. Do you want to see our ratings now?
I mean, we both had the same.
Yeah, we have. Mine was a tiny bit higher, I think.
Oh, that's right. You gave it a point. You went into the decimals.
Yeah, I went into the decimal. I was very specific. I gave it 3.75.
Yeah.
The more I think about it, the more it goes down. That's why I don't want to keep on thinking about it. You know, it was one of my most anticipated reads for the year, and I don't know, guys. I don't know what to tell you. I don't want to say I'm highly disappointed. I'm a bit disappointed.
Okay.
You?
I gave it a 3. I was, again, it started off at such a high, and then after probably the 4th chapter, just it plateaued. It was stagnant. Yeah. And then at the end, girl, that shit dropped.
Yeah.
Girl, okay, first of all, the ending was very rushed. It was
yes.
Just the first book. Oh, all of a sudden, someone's kidnapped. Someone's kidnapped. Boom. They stuck her in this room with ovens. I don't fucking know. I was like,
what the thing?
I was like, okay.
It took a turn.
Yes. And then all of a sudden, the guy is dead. And I was like, I don't know.
Yeah, it was rushed.
It was rushed. Yeah, it felt
and
rushed.
The villain was I don't know. I wasn't feeling him.
No, me either.
So I was like,
who is this motherfucker? He was weird.
I don't know how I feel about the 3rd book coming out either.
Oh, Rose and Fion's
book.
Yeah, I mean, we'll read it either way.
Yeah. You know what I have been seeing, though? I've been seeing a lot of people that did the audiobook like it a lot more.
Isn't it? Wait, no. I think I'm confusing it. It's not the same actor that voiced Zane Meadows, right?
No, I don't think so. Not. Who's the one that does Zayd? I think it's Is it Teddy Hamilton? I want to say. I don't know.
His name is Teddy.
I think it's Teddy Hamilton. I think Teddy Hamilton.
Ted.
I don't know. I think it's him. Okay.
My cat.
But I don't know. I don't think it was for this book. I don't think it was him.
Oh, I don't know. I tried to listen to the audiobook, but that was...
You did?
I tried to, but it was expensive, so I didn't.
I want to know if he has an Irish accent in the audio, because I know that in Butcher and
God.
Blackbird he does.
He does?
He does have a Irish accent, but I don't know if in this one he has an Irish accent.
Oh,
because they didn't bring up his accent, so I don't know.
I didn't. In my head, he didn't have one.
Yeah, me neither. Yeah.
But yeah.
So guys, as always, you know, I mean, we just talk
Give the triggers
a little bit about the book, but spoiler warning as always. You know, this book is pretty new, so if you have not seen it, if you have not read it, please don't continue watching. Or if you want to, join along.
Yes.
Join along for the ride.
Listen to the story time.
Yeah.
As a bedtime story. Trigger warnings?
Trigger warnings.
Oh,
trigger
okay,
warnings. Let's go through the long, lovely list of trigger warnings.
Okay.
It's very long. So we have
how many are there?
a lot.
Okay, say the
So
most important ones.
I'll say some important ones, you know, like teeth and tooth byproducts. I might have ruined pizza and beer, also smoothies.
Oh, my bad, that's your hair. I just pulled her hair by mistake thinking it was a stray hair. Okay, sorry, continue. Sorry.
Otto. That shit kind of hurt.
I'm sorry,
Okay.
and it was a thin hair too.
Yeah, it's okay.
And it didn't
It's
come
okay,
off.
guys.
You got strong hair.
Numerous weapons. You know, we got sharp objects, darts. I remember the dart scene. Scissors,
yeah.
guns, saws, knives, grinders, edgers, severed fingers.
Edgers.
Edgers.
What the fuck are edgers?
Edger? An edger.
Edger?
An edger?
What's an edger?
When I think about that, I think about something else. If they got a machine for that,
Tell
I
me
didn't
where to
know.
get that.
I didn't know. We got detailed sex scenes.
That's fine. That's...
Adult toys, choking, rough sex, mild degradation, sexual acts in public, pegging, and praise kink.
The pegging, that was the comedy.
Yeah.
That was the comedy.
Yeah. And there's a lot of death. It's a book about a contract killer and a serial killer falling in love.
Contract killer, we didn't even see him kill. He killed one person, and it was for her. But those are the trigger warnings. And let's get into it.
Let's get into it. Like I said, it was not dark, as you could see by the trigger warnings. That's not that dark for me. You know, like severed fingers, that's not that bad.
Yeah.
That's not that bad.
It starts off like pretty chaotic.
It does.
But then it
back to back too. Like the first two chapters, the prologue and the chapter one.
But then really quick it becomes like a normal rom-com. Okay, so it starts off and we get introduced to Lark. Now, if you didn't read the first book, Lark is Sloane's bestie. We didn't know she was psycho, but she is.
We knew that she had like a little, I don't know, she just gave me like psycho and secret vibes.
Yeah, like she was okay with Sloane's serial killer shit. Yeah.
Little do you know, she's awesome.
Yeah. They didn't even know. Which at the end, she didn't even tell Sloane. Sloane was just like, like, I'll love you no matter what.
She kind of knows.
Yeah.
But like, to be honest, like, how would you not tell your bestie? I feel like if I was a serial killer, I would tell you. I'd be like, girl, you know what I do? I'd be putting fireworks in all the right places.
I'd be like, contact? Block?
911.
I can't.
Like, listen, I got some evidence right here.
You show up in my house. Be like, I thought you were my bestie. Thought you were my bestie. Now I gotta kill you.
Oh, so you would kill me?
No, you kill me.
Oh, I kill you. Oh.
Because I called 911.
Oh, yeah.
So you're like, this bitch did not.
Yeah.
This bitch did not call 911.
She just snitched. I'm gonna have to, you know?
Yeah.
I can't go to jail.
Yeah.
Gotta get
but then
revenge.
I'm murdered, and then it's gonna be like, who killed her?
Yeah.
And you
Murder
have the
mystery.
You have the motive because I said it. She's a killer, bro.
911.
She be killing.
Then I would put all the evidence on her. She already died. Murder suicide.
No, girl, but don't worry. If you're killing men, I'm okay with that.
Not female, guys. Not female.
No females.
But if it's males, it's all good.
If it's males, that's fine.
Yeah,
that's
it's
fine.
all good.
Especially if they're fucking weirdos like in this book. Okay, so Lark one of the main characters. So it starts off with her. She's strapping fireworks to her boyfriend's cat.
Yeah.
Because he cheated on her.
Yeah.
And then
with one of her friends. Yeah. And we find out that they have been dating 2 years. 2 years.
What?
And not only that, did he not only cheat on her, but she found out some other shit about him.
She saw messages.
That he is nasty as fuck with underage girls.
Yes, he be texting minors. I don't know what he be doing with minors, but I mean, obviously we know what he be doing with minors.
Yeah.
But she saw text messages, and she was like, "Oh, obviously, you know, she has trauma from being
groomed and petted by her professor."
Yes, something with the professor.
Something with the professor.
And then she straps the fireworks to this man's dick. Sorry,
and he's already like yeah, he's
freaking out, and he's like, I didn't know this bitch was crazy.
Yeah.
And then she starts playing Fireworks by Katy Perry. Which,
because baby, you're a firework. Pew, pew.
It's a good song. I fucks with the song.
Yeah, I know. She's feeling it.
I fucks with the song. And then she blows it up. And when she comes out, he's still alive.
Yeah.
And she's like, "You still alive, motherfucker? Like,
damn, look at you.
With your dick bleeding out, you still alive?" And then she shoots him in the head.
Yeah.
And then the next chapter.
That was the prologue.
Yes. The next chapter, it's Lark watching a car sink in a lake. I don't know. Water. A body of water.
And she's like looking at it like, fuck, I fucked up.
She's already like, fuck.
Because it's not going down.
Yes. And it's like Halloween. It's Halloween and she's dressed as Harley Quinn. And
of course she is.
She has like, she's all fucked up. She has like a gash in her head. Because she was chasing this man down the road. Mind you, the man is a pedo.
Yeah.
And she acted as a minor just to trap him. And then she ended up crashing into his car. So then part of her car is stuck on his car.
Yeah.
A whole thing.
She was trying to shoot him out the window. It was like a whole mess.
Yeah, a whole action movie.
Yeah,
that we didn't get.
Yeah, that we didn't get. It just starts car and water.
Yes.
Yeah.
Which we could have gotten it. That would have been interesting, you know, if it's like, oh, like I'm chasing this man in my car, and then she's like waving the gun out the window. That would have been nice to read about, but we didn't get that.
No.
But either way, like
in the
crazy.
Beginning, it's still crazy. I was still feeling it.
Yeah.
I was still feeling it.
In the beginning, I was still like, okay, like this got like more crazy shit than the first book. That's what I thought. So she calls her stepdad to help her clean up.
Yeah.
And he gives her the number to this company to help her clean up. So a few hours pass and she's just like there waiting, and this guy pulls up in like a wetsuit and a mask.
And she's like, what?
Mind you, I feel like he had a completely different personality in the beginning of the book than later on, because like he's analyzing her and he's like, code, and she gives him like the code,
and then he's like, injured. He's saying like one word questions.
Yes.
Injured,
nauseous, concussed. He's like, concussed. And she's like, okay.
She's like, are you a doctor? He's like, no. She's like, thank God, because your bed manners suck ass.
Yes. And then she calls him Batman.
Yes.
Budget Batman. Yeah. She calls him Budget I was going to say Batman.
We can't even talk today, guys.
Budget. Sorry, it's Joker's choking me out. Anyways. And then he calls her Blunder Barbie because he assumes that she's like one of these rich girls. Well, she is rich. She's one of these rich girls that like just gets away with all this shit.
Yeah. And he doesn't know. He thinks that she got into this shit by accident. He doesn't know that she was after the guy to like him.
Yes.
So he's like, bro, this stupid bitch, like, look what she fucking did. Like, she called her dad to cover it up. Like, yeah. He's just like, dumb bitch. Yeah, stupid.
Little does he know.
Yeah. Ooh, she crazier than you.
Literally. And then another guy shows up. And then immediately Batman like puts her behind him, and she's like, she's like, he's trying to protect me. Like, why he kind of, I don't know. He's rude, but something about him. Just like this my Sabrina Carpenter's boyfriend in the music video.
No, I'm sorry. No, absolutely.
You weren't feeling him, and please.
No, I don't like him.
Girl, son, I don't know. Son, I was watching the music video, and I'm like, why he kind of.
Maybe when he was like
Well, he kind of. That's the thing.
That's
when he pulled out the gun, I was like, wait.
We always choose violence. It's always the gun, guys.
And then he turned around and he winked at her, and I was like, wait.
With the bag. He was like.
I was like, But yeah, he was giving this energy right now.
Yeah.
She didn't even know who he looked like. He could be the ugliest motherfucker alive. And then
covered up.
Yes. And then he almost shoots him. But the guy's like, oh, like, it's me, it's Connor, whatever, blah, blah, which apparently they're friends.
Yeah, they are. But he fucking hates him.
Yeah. And he brought, like, a tow truck to tow her car. And then Batman, jumps in the water to get the body.
Yeah.
So this part, I was like, okay, like, that's funny. He pulls out the body, and then she's just there, like, and they look at her, and she's like, oh my god, that's so horrible.
Look at him. I can't believe I did that. I feel so bad.
She's like, oh my god, like, and they're looking at her like, and Batman is like, typical. And that's when he starts like, oh, like, you're like daddy's little princess and saying shit like that. Yeah. And then she gets like real serious. She's like, you don't fucking know me, motherfucker. I square up with you right now. I don't give a fuck if you're like 6'5". I will fireworks. Fight you. Yeah, I'll put fireworks everywhere. Up your ass, motherfucker. Since you like it so bad.
She doesn't know that yet. She doesn't know that.
There's gonna be fireworks back there for real. So, yeah, she's like, you don't know me. And she's like, do your job. And he's like,
peasant. I hired you, bitch.
Yeah, for real. Get to work, my servant. But whatever, he like starts wrapping up the body and he puts it in the tow truck. And then,
is this the part where she notices his finger? I think she was staring at it, right?
Oh, what's up with the finger?
He's missing the tip of a finger.
Did we ever find out what? Maybe.
No, I don't think so.
No,
I don't remember.
I don't remember either.
Was it with his dad? Maybe.
Oh, that's right. When him and Rowan killed the dad.
Do you think it was that?
I think so.
Because I know he don't got a finger, guys. Well, he has a finger.
He missing part of it.
Yeah, he missing like the nail bed, like this much, the first knuckle. As long as it's not the tip of something else.
Listen, hands are very important to me. If you're one of those guys that are fucking nail biters and you know like the skin is over the fucking nail, you ain't touching me. You're not gonna be blessed by entering my vagina.
Be like,
hey, not even my arm?
Not even your arm. But I mean, he could have nice nails. He's just missing one.
Get away from my skin cells.
One tip, you know?
And the index finger? That's an important finger.
Yeah.
That's the finger you point. Like, that's an important finger.
And it's like,
I mean, he could use these. Honestly,
bro, it's not his fault.
I'll buy him a prosthetic. It's okay.
Of the tip of the finger? It's not like he's missing the whole thing.
He could get, you know, one of those like I don't know, I've seen it like no.
Oh.
Witch nails.
You don't know what to use
no, like just put a fucking cast over it or some shit. I don't know. Or a one finger glove.
I don't think it looks bad. I just think that it's a finger without a nail.
Girl, like, freaky.
Like the tip. Girl, the tip. He just said it was the tip.
Tip is very important.
It's just the tip. He got no nail. Like, he could get a tattoo of a nail. I'm sure that's a thing, girl.
A tattoo of a nail?
I mean, I don't know.
I know they tattoo nipples.
That's what I'm saying. So why can you not tattoo a nail?
It just never grows. All your other nails grow except for that one. Well, and it's like,
he doesn't have the tip, so.
Damn, so one finger is like shorter. Nah, you know what?
Pobrecito. It's not his fault. It's not his fault. Don't be hating on him.
I'm just kidding.
You wouldn't love a guy because of his finger?
Of course.
Yeah, right.
Wear gloves.
Are you serious?
At least on the first date.
The worst part is that she's serious.
At least on the first date.
Then he pulls up at the second date with no
I'll be like, wait a minute.
I'll be like, wait, you didn't show me that.
Wait a minute. You catfish right now.
That's fucked up.
I'm kidding.
Girl, what about like guys that, or like anyone that they have like a prosthetic?
And no, girl. People? Girl, that's completely different.
Oh, he's missing the whole leg. It's good.
Yeah.
Using the whole leg, but not the tip of the finger.
That's
The poor
it.
guy.
Nah, I can't do the tip of the finger. Sorry.
Okay. Sorry, guys.
No, I'm kidding.
If
I'm
you're
completely kidding.
If you're missing the tip of your finger,
don't be talking to me. I'm kidding. I'm totally kidding. Okay, so he carries her over his shoulder, and then he's like putting her down in his trunk.
Yeah.
And she's starting to freak out because she's like,
I don't like
the fuck?
tight, dark places.
Yes, but obviously he doesn't know that.
He doesn't know that.
So he's like, get in the fucking trunk.
Like, get in the trunk. And then she's like, why can I not sit in the front with you? Like, why, passenger princess.
Yeah, and he's like, no. And she's like, she literally starts like begging him. And she's like, please. But whatever. He still like shoves her in there, locks the trunk. And then while they're driving, she unlocks the trunk and rolls out. Yes. Rolls.
She's like, deuces.
She's like, I'm rolling out. So then the following chapter, it's already a year later since this happened. And it's another thing that like, I'm not a fan of. I'm not a fan of like huge time skips. And this book time skipped so much in the beginning. So much.
It did. Because I know like the prologue, and then it was what, a year later? It was a prologue, then a year later, and then in chapter 1, a year later.
Yes, a year later. And then I think at one point it was like
months.
Another year?
I think that was at the end though.
I don't know. I was like, especially
like,
in the beginning.
I think it was like a few months. After, they got.
Not sure.
We're not there yet.
But a year later, we get introduced to Lachlan, and we find out he's a contract killer, and his boss is Leander, which Leander helped them out of the situation they were in before, after him and Rowan killed their father,
so
which gave Lachlan his scar.
Yes.
Or Rowan his scar. Rowan his scar.
And I'm guessing Lachlan's tip of the finger.
Yeah.
I think so. I
So, he's basically Leander's bitch.
He's like, you do whatever the fuck I tell you to. If I tell you to kill the motherfucker, you kill him.
You kill him, yeah. And while they're there, they're like throwing darts at this face. Drug dealer.
Yeah, he's a drug dealer.
But he was like selling drugs to minors.
Kids.
So it's like, nah, bro. He was selling fentanyl to kids.
Yeah.
Like, that's insane.
That's not allowed. So what are you getting? Darts in your face.
Yes. And not just that.
The trigger warning of the darts.
He gets pizza.
Yeah.
He gets beer. He gets a tooth.
He gets his teeth.
And he blends it up.
And
then he makes Lachlan hold the motherfucker.
Because he wasn't drinking it. Yeah, I wouldn't want to fucking drink that shit either. So he's like, hold his mouth open. And
then he does. And then he obviously he has to swallow it. Yeah, it's nasty. But then Lachlan ends up shooting the guy in the head because he's like, okay, I'm over this. And he tells Leander listen, I want out. I want to retire. And he's like, okay, but you fucked up that contract a year ago, which is with Lark. That they made a whole issue. We lost an
important family.
We lost them as a customer. So until you pay me back, you're not leaving.
You're not retiring.
I'm telling you what to do.
You still my bitch.
And then apparently she's a Kovaci. That's her stepdad's name.
Yes,
but she has a different name.
That she's also from an important family, from her mom's side.
Yeah. So then Lachlan has to leave to Rowan and Sloane's apartment because they're gonna do the opening of Butcher Blackbird.
Yes.
So they go to the apartment.
The restaurant.
They go to the apartment. And then when he gets there, Lark is there.
Yeah.
But he doesn't know that it's her.
He doesn't know who it is.
He doesn't know,
know, Because guys, remember that she was dressed up as Harley Quinn.
Yes. And Lachlan he wears glasses and he's not wearing his glasses that night. But he's still she's fine. He's like, she's looking good. And then he notices that she has a scar on her hairline. And he's like, something about her is familiar. Something's familiar here. And eventually, they're out on the balcony. They're talking. They're getting to know each other.
Yeah, they were giving each other the fuck me eyes.
Yes.
She went outside, and he was like, say less. Going in, baby. Going in.
Yeah. So then, basically, they kiss.
Yeah, they start fucking making out.
Yes. And Lachlan says fecking Christ Jesus or some shit, and she's like She's
and he's like, wait. He's like, what did I do? He's like, did I say the Lord's name in vain?
And she's like, Batman? Is that you?
She's like, say it again. And he repeats it. She's like, no, but say it the way that you fucking said it with the growling and everything. And he does. And she's like, this motherfucker.
She's like, Batman.
Yeah.
It's Batman. And he's like, Barbie? And she's like, they're like, they're like, oh, hell no. And then Lark is like, you fucking psycho. She's like, why would you kiss me? And he's like, I don't know, it was you. I don't have my glasses. And she's like, you think I believe you wear glasses, motherfucker? And you forgot your glasses and you didn't recognize me.
And then he's like, you were wearing a lot of makeup that night. I didn't know it was you.
Yes. But basically, she's like, this is an important night for my best friend. So, like, don't fuck with me. And then she leaves. And when she leaves, like, Sloane notices that she's, like, upset. Yeah. And she's like, you okay, bestie? Like, and she's like, yeah, fine, whatever. Lachlan is just, I like him. And then they go to the party, the opening thing to a restaurant. Blackbird. Yes. And then next chapter is some random motherfucker. And it says Phantom. And he's in their apartment. Yeah. And he's looking like at pictures. And he's looking at like Lachlan. And well, he's looking at like Rowan. Yeah. And then he looks at Lachlan and he's like, I'm gonna fuck up your brother's life. And he looks at Lark. Yeah. And I'm like, what the fuck? Like,
yeah, he's like obsessed with her.
Yes. And then he's some religious motherfucker.
Yeah.
He starts like quoting
talking about Jesus.
Yeah. So then another year goes by. You see, like another year?
Yeah.
Another year. But anyways, another year goes by. And while at her aunt's house, Lark overhears her parents talking about, like, business partners, like, ending up dead. And she's like, we think that it's either Rowan or Lachlan.
Yeah.
The brothers.
Definitely, like, in the family.
Yes. And then she's like, fuck. Mind you, like, since a year passed, Rowan and Sloane are going to get married. And she's like, Sloane is my best friend. Like,
this can't happen.
Yeah, she's like, no.
And she knows that, like, if her parents take Rowan down, like, they're taking Sloane with him. Like, it's like they're taking everyone, bro.
Yeah. So then when she goes to her aunt's room to get, like, Sloane's dress, because I guess her aunt was, like, making the dress or
had the dress,
like, fixing it.
I don't know.
Something. She was doing something to the dress. Ethel. The muffin lady.
Yeah, the muffin lady.
And then we, like, obviously she's talking to her aunt about it. And her aunt is like, oh, like, yeah, like, basically I wanted you to hear that.
Yeah.
And then she's like, I have, like, a solution for you.
There's, like, basically only one thing that's going to convince your parents to, like, not go through with it. And, like, they always believe that family is, like, strong.
Yes.
So you know what you need to do.
She's like, you need to marry Lachlan.
Yeah. She's like, what the fuck? So that's the marriage of convenience trope that gets put into this book.
It feels like it came out of nowhere. Like,
yeah.
Lady, like, you...
I feel like, bro, knowing my dad, like, I feel like if he was already, like, in his head about killing the motherfucker, bro, it doesn't matter. He's still gonna kill that motherfucker.
Yes. And it's like, Mary? That's the solution?
Yeah.
And it's like, how are you telling, like, your niece to get married to this guy you don't even know? I don't know. It didn't feel...
I don't know. Apparently...
I could have done without the marriage of convenience, honestly. It could have just been him as a contract killer and her as, like, a regular serial killer. Yeah, and then they hate each other and eventually they get together. Yeah. Like, I could have done without the marriage of convenience.
Like, he finds out what she does and, like, helps her, like, stay in secret.
Exactly.
I would have fucked with that.
That would have been so much better.
Yeah.
And, like, throughout the book, we get, like, more action, more killing, but we didn't.
At least him, like... Aren't you a contract killer? Like, I want to see, like, besides the darts.
Yeah. Okay, so at the wedding, Sloane forces Lark and Lachlan to dance. And then...
can we talk about the wedding really quick?
You could talk about the wedding. I don't know.
Rowan crying. I was literally like... It kind of gave me the ick, to be honest.
You would get the ick if your man cries?
No, but, like, for Rowan, it gave me the ick.
Why?
Because he's, like...
He's supposed to be a serial killer?
Yeah, he's supposed to be a serial killer.
Yeah, but he only beats people to death.
Yeah. I don't know. He kind of gave me the ick. I was like... I don't know. I feel like morally gray men never cry in books.
I don't know. Like, I didn't care for their wedding. So I just read it, like quickly.
And, like, she wasn't crying. He was one... I don't fucking know. Whatever. Besides the fucking point.
Lark was sobbing, and I think Lachlan was like, you know what, like, I'm getting a little teary-eyed.
He's like, my brother.
Yeah. So then, yeah, she tells Lark and Lachlan that they need to dance. And Lark basically tells him, like, while dancing, like, I have a proposition for you. And she's like, this is what's happening. They're coming after you, and your brother is involved. Well, at first she doesn't tell him that his brother is involved. And then she, like, asks him to marry her. And he's like, no.
Starts laughing.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, fuck.
And then she tells him, like, listen, like, Rowan's involved too. Yeah. Like, they're killing off business partners from my family. And, like,
they think it's you.
I need your help finding out who the killer is. Which there was no investigative work throughout the entire book. Yeah. No investigative work. They were shocked by who it was.
They just fucking.
They were shocked. So then she's like, oh, like, let me know by the end of the night. And a few days later, all of a sudden, they're getting married. That's like another thing. Like the time jump, they're getting married. Yes. And then on her wedding day, she's like in her craft studio, and she's pouring like epoxy over another pedo. And she's basically like curing him alive.
Yeah, turning him to a coffee table.
Turning him to a coffee table. Which I was like, okay.
Which
like,
that comes back, and I was like,
that's a little nasty.
Like when he comes over and she was like sanding it.
Yeah, and like, then like there was a smell. Bro, that was nasty. That's unhygienic. That's a violation.
Oh my god, they blamed it on the dog.
Poor
she was
dog.
Like, you farted.
Poor dog. He was like, we need to take it to the vet because something ain't right.
Whatever he's eating,
something ain't right with the.
You need to change his diet.
Bro. Like literally, like I need to know what this dog is fucking eating.
Oh my god, poor dog.
Yeah. Anyways, we'll get there.
We'll get there.
But basically, she's curing this guy in literal epoxy, and then she's like, "Oh my god, it's time for my wedding!" So then, like, she goes, and they have the wedding. It's very simple,
very small.
Yeah, it's like I think at like it's fast.
Yeah, it's fast, and he starts like speaking Irish to her.
I'll be like, shh.
He tells her like, I have it here. He tells her.
Or are you gonna read it with the accent?
No. I promise to be a faithful husband to you as long as we live together. At least that's what Google Translate said.
Oh. Wait, it was in a whole other language.
It was in Irish.
Oh, maybe I was like, whatever.
And that's what he said.
And she was like,
no, she was looking at him like, the fuck you say?
I'll literally be like, what? What, boy? You want to square up? The fuck you say? English, motherfucker. Tell me to my face.
What shit you talking?
I know he talking shit. Meanwhile, he's like, I promise to be a husband to you as long as we're both alive.
That's how he said faithful. So all you know is that he's not going to cheat on her.
All right. Okay, that's important.
Good enough.
That's important. Yeah. He'd be like, I'm gonna be loyal. I'd be like, okay, never mind. Okay, so they get married, and then she asked. This is when she asked Lachlan to like help her move her coffee table, her new coffee table, because she's in the craft studio like sanding that shit. And then that's the part that he's like, something smells funky, and she's like covering it. She's like, can you get me glitter from upstairs or like some stars,
like a glitter star? I was like, what satanic shit is this?
Why?
A glitter star? Why the fuck are you adding a star?
Like sprinkles. Well, he brings it.
Yeah, he brings it.
And he finds it cute, apparently. Yeah. I don't know.
And then she covers up the guy's nose because that's what she sanded, apparently. It's very pointy. It's a very pointy tip, and she scraped it off.
I'd be like, how old are you again? That you putting sparkles in our coffee table now?
Because we married now.
We're married.
So what's mine is yours, bitch.
Yeah. So like, what is this?
What's going on?
First of all, if there's a human in it, how big is that coffee table?
It's huge. He said it. He was like, why is it so big? And she's like, because I want it to be, motherfucker.
That's weird.
I'd be like, damn, bitch.
That's weird.
Be like, how many cups of coffee you need? Like, it's only the two of us.
That's some weird shit. Okay.
At least we didn't get a scene of them fucking on it, to be honest.
Oh, hell no. Okay, so they put it in the elevator. Yeah. And then he's like, she looks like a little afraid. And they go to like, he goes to like hit up. And the shit gets stuck. and she starts.
The worst part is that they talked about the elevator being stuck in the past. Right before the elevator got stuck.
Yes.
I'm like...
And he's like, I ain't going up those stairs, bitch.
Yeah.
The
like,
fuck? He's like, this shit.
He's like, me? No.
No.
I don't exercise. I just kill.
I don't exercise. That's my exercise. Running after people.
Yeah. How does he even run after them?
I don't know. So then the elevator gets stuck, and then I think he or she, I don't know, they're like, at least the lights aren't out.
Yeah.
And the lights go out.
Of course they do.
And then he like uses his flashlight.
Like,
what do you mean?
Not even laughing. I think it was supposed to be like a funny scene.
Was it?
I don't know. Like, oh, I hope the lights don't go off. Boom, the lights go off.
Boom.
And I'm like,
pitch black.
I'm like, bitch, I saw it coming. Like,
yeah. No, and then
no,
he turns on his flashlight and she's in the corner
like, bitch, how the fuck you get over there that quick?
Bro, honestly, that would be me though.
What? In the elevator?
Yeah. Like, I'm already scared of elevators.
Oh, hell no. I'm called 911.
Oh, yeah, I don't got like a...
It has an emergency thing.
But they didn't use it.
She got money. She got money, so I know her apartment nice.
Yeah. So then whatever, he like crouches down in front of her and he's trying to comfort her. And she's saying these random numbers.
Yeah.
And he's like, what?
He was literally giving Lost. Have you ever seen that show Lost? When they get stuck on the island with the lottery ticket and they're like,
the lottery ticket?
9526. I'm like, what the fuck? That was literally her.
Oh, well, he was probably like, you casting a spell? Like, what's up with these numbers?
Yeah.
Like, naughty man. He's like, whoa. He's like, I'm going up and I'm finding a way out of here. You good?
The satanic stars and all the fucking numbers. I'll be like, nah, bitch. I don't know what's going on here.
Fuck, bro,
like,
who'd I marry?
Did I marry? Yeah, exactly.
Who'd I marry? So whatever, he climbs out of the, the thing at the top. Because he's just that tall.
He did that big.
Unless he stepped on the coffee tub.
He a big boy. Probably, I think he did.
Yeah. So then, and then he gets her to work again, and ever since then she's like kind of like to herself since that day, night. I don't know what time of day it was.
Event, yes.
Yeah. So then fast forward, Lachlan invites Lark to go out to lunch with Rowan and Sloan, and then while at dinner, they're like having a normal conversation, and like this bitch comes out of nowhere, and she's like, hey Lachlan. Hi. And he's like, Claire?
It's always Claire.
It's always a C. Like,
always.
Claire, Clara, like in Fourth Wing, what was her name? Some fucking Harry Potter spell. A long name. I don't remember her name.
This motherfucker's ex, right?
Yes, but it started with a K.
Yeah.
It started with a K. So then she's like, she's like, a lot of things have changed, because he's like, oh, this is my wife.
Yeah.
And Lark is there like,
wife, motherfucker. You heard that?
No, but this whore.
Which I actually like. I actually like this scene.
You like the drama.
I like the shit that happens after.
Oh, when she goes
Rowan's like, I suggest you go follow her.
After her. So then like Claire is like, oh my god, like a lot of things have changed since like 2 years ago Halloween. And it's like, bitch, 2 years ago you still caught up on this motherfucker?
And then Lark is like, 2 years ago Halloween. She's like, you were with me 2 years ago Halloween, motherfucker.
And then Lachlan is like, okay, bye.
Yeah.
Bye. And she's like, oh, maybe I'll stop by the shop sometime. We could properly catch up. And Lark is like,
I'd be like, bitch.
The fuck? Right there on the table. I'd be like, bitch, you did not just talk to my husband like that. First of all, I wouldn't even let her step up to the table. I see her coming. I'd be like, you know that bitch?
Be like, why is she looking at you? Why is she giving you those eyes?
I get up real quick.
Yeah. Catch up with what? Let me know.
Let me know what the fuck y'all catching up about.
Bitch.
Okay, so then Lark is like, I'm leaving.
Yeah.
So she leaves, and then that's when Rowan and Sloan are like, you might want to like go check up after her, because like what she's done to her other exes, like, and then I think that's when they tell him like one of her exes, like, I don't know, somehow he got fireworks strapped to his dick and he blew up.
Yeah.
But
and he's like,
yeah,
let me go see what she's doing.
Yeah,
let me go see what she's doing.
So he hurries up after her, and he sees her in an alley, and he's like, what the
bitch was waiting in the shadows. She was like,
literally,
answer that bitch. gonna get her.
And then like he grabs her by the neck.
Yeah.
And like puts her against the wall, and he's like, oh. He starts like, oh, like this choker's doing to me right now. It's choking me. So he puts her against the wall, and he's like, why are you following a random woman?
Yeah.
And she's like, random woman, my ass. Who the fuck is she? And this
she's
is
gonna be like, I know that you were with her 2 years ago.
Uh-huh.
The night that you came to help me.
Yeah.
So what the fuck is that?
And he's like, what were you planning on doing to her? She's like, I was gonna follow her home. I was gonna break into her house. Yeah. And he's like,
she had a whole plan.
He's like, you know what? Like, he's there like.
And then he's like, you jealous.
Literally, he's like, so why do you care so much?
Yeah.
He's like, I thought you hated me. Like, why? What's the issue? And then she's like, cause, like, that's why you were upset so long ago, cause you had to leave that party, cause you were with her.
Yeah. And
he's like, I wasn't with her. She broke up with my brother that night. And she's like,
what's that? But he's still like, you jealous?
Yeah.
Jealous. My wife is jealous.
But he's like, I wanted to stay at the party to comfort Fionn.
Yeah.
Not to be with that girl. Which is weird that she's like coming at Lachlan now. Like,
she a whore. What do you expect?
Whore with an R. Whore. But then he's like, oh, like, I don't hate you.
Yeah.
And
you my wife, baby.
Yeah, and she's like, okay. And then like she like slips away. She's like, I'm gonna go now because things are getting like romantic. So she's like, I'm gonna go. It's making me feel a certain way. And then back at the apartment, like Lachlan is like, bro, there's something off with this girl.
Yeah. He doesn't trust her.
He's like, there's something off with this girl. So he starts looking through her shit. And mind you, he starts like looking through her,
which usually is the opposite. Usually, like, the women always want to fucking find shit.
Yeah.
And this motherfucker's like,
He's like, there's something.
Like, something about what Rowan and Salone told me at the restaurant, the fireworks, this bitch hiding in the alley, like, I don't know.
Yeah, he's like, something is off.
Yeah.
So then he's in her room, and he's looking through her underwear, too, and he's like, oh.
And he's like, shit, she got a lot of lingerie.
This is what she wears. Like, okay. He's like, she needs a little leather added in there. And then he, like, looks behind one of the posters, because I think, like, her favorite movie is, what is it? Confronting?
Yes.
Is her favorite movie. And then he's like, that's, like, her favorite shit. So let me pull down the poster. And behind the poster, there's, like, a hole. And he's like...
Because he's just that smart. And there just so happens to be a hole in the wall.
With a box.
Yeah.
And he takes the box. He's like, oh, okay.
This is where stuff gets interesting. Yeah, very interesting.
So, so then when Lark comes home, he's sitting there and he's like, we need to talk. And she's like, talk?
Okay.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, let me know what's going on, baby.
And then he takes out a coaster. He's like, what is this? And she's like, that's just a coaster. And he takes out like maracas and he's like, what's this?
He's like shaking it.
And it sounds like teeth in there. I don't know. And she's like, those are maracas. And he's like, they're made out of human. Like,
I think he breaks it. Doesn't he break it open?
Human. Yeah, I think he does.
And then
no, he takes out a ring.
Yeah.
And she's like, that's just a ring. And he's
there's
like,
a finger.
There's a finger. It's on a finger. Like, what you mean?
That's a severed finger.
Yes. And it's in a jar.
Yeah.
And she's like, I couldn't take it off.
Yeah, I got stuck.
His fingers were too thick and swollen from post-mortem. But, like, you know, so then I had to chop it off.
I chopped it off.
And he's like, are you fucking crazy? Like,
and she's just like, what? Like, what's the big deal?
Yeah, she's like, you're like a contract killer. So, like, you know, I'm just... And he's
like, not my choice.
He goes to open the jar and she's like, please don't. She's like,
I was gagging putting that thing in there.
She's like, that's a little nasty.
It smelled
like,
pretty bad.
Yeah, she's like, when I put it in there, like, to put the glitter in it, she's like,
because it has glitter.
It has glitter. And she's like, why don't you, like, shake it?
Yeah.
And he shakes it and he's like, is this a fucking snow globe?
Yeah, it's a snow
Did you make a snow globe? And she's like, yeah, it was Christmas.
I was feeling festive.
And it was feeling festive. And he's like, oh my god, the way I would get on a plane
and leave the country.
I would fake my death so she wouldn't find me anymore.
Yeah, right. She'd probably find you.
Probably.
She'd probably find you.
And then that's when Lachlan asks her, he's like, are you a serial killer?
Yeah.
And what does she tell?
She's like, no. I prefer the term multi-deleter.
I'd be like, are you fucking serious right now, girl? Like, you're calling yourself a multiple deleter. Deleter of people.
Of the human race.
Meaning killer. Like, are you for real right now? And then he's like, how many have you deleted?
She's like
8. She's like, wait, no.
No,
10.
babe, actually, there was like that one time he's like, bro.
Mm-hmm. And then this part, he's like, you're telling me Lark Montague or something, I think it's killed that many people? And she's like, Lark Kane, I'm your wife. I'd be like, whoa.
Okay.
I'd be like, whoa, okay, my bad. He's like, my bad. Okay, shit. And then he asked her, he's like, why did you kill them? And she's like, so no one I love ever has to kill them for me ever again. And he's like, what the fuck? And then obviously, like,
he knows though. I think he knows
something happened.
He knows something
in the boarding school.
Yes, because he knows that Salone killed someone.
Killed that guy.
Yeah.
And then obviously she doesn't want to open up to him, and she leaves. She ends up leaving the house. And the day finally comes where he's gonna meet her parents.
Yes.
And she's gonna tell her parents that want to end their lives about her marrying this motherfucker.
I married him.
So then, like, when they open the door, obviously, like, they freak out. They're like, what the fuck is this? And then including her sister throws a fit, and she's like, we're in love. Like, too bad.
Oh,
and
no,
then,
because when they open up the door and the sister looks at her finger, and it's like the family ring. And the sister was like, which, did you like this? I don't know if the sister was giving me like sister vibes or like bitch vibes.
I don't know.
I think she was giving me both.
She
was like, I don't know.
I didn't really like feel much for them.
For the family? Well, for the sister?
Like, I don't know.
She was just there.
And the scene didn't even have, like, I felt like it didn't really have tension.
And I was confused because I know that when Ethel gave her the ring, she was like, no, like, what the fuck was her sister's name?
I have no idea.
I forgot. But the sister, she was like, no, she's gonna want it. But then, like, when they go to the family's house, it, like, says that her sister and her sister's husband is already there. Like, the sister was already married.
Oh.
So I'm like,
What the fuck?
I got confused. I was like, so why the fuck would she even want the ring?
I don't know. But then her aunt tells her, like, by the way, just know, like, you guys are probably going to be followed from now on by your parents.
Yeah.
So they need to put up, like, a good act. And then Lachlan takes Lark to meet Leander. And basically she brings him her aunt's muffins. And, you know, he's eating it up, and he's like, this is so good. Yeah, wow.
So many.
Yeah. And
so many of them.
the reason why they go there is because she's like, oh, to help Lachlan retire.
Yeah.
She's
so they're
like,
going to have, like, a contract that she's going to bring.
Both families.
Yeah. So her side of the family, like her mom's side, and then her stepdad's family, which is the contract that they previously lost.
Yeah, so she's like, we'll give you both of these contracts if you let him go.
Yeah.
So, and he's like, deal, like, but and then she's like, and also we want to use, like, your servers to look up potential suspects for who's killing off people. She's like, they're like, oh my god, by the way, I forgot that this is happening. Also, that's the reason why we got married, my bad. But yeah, we want to use that. And then basically Leander ends up passing out because the muffins are drugged. Auntie makes edibles or some shit.
Strong edibles.
Strong edibles.
I don't know what the fuck should be putting in that shit.
I don't know either. And then whatever, they start using his servers. They obviously don't find anything.
Yeah.
And then fast forward, Lachlan takes Lark to a sleep resort for her insomnia.
Because she hasn't been sleeping, guys. He notices, like, the dark circles under her eyes.
Yeah, and I'd be like, excuse me?
Bro, imagine you get to a place and she's like, what the fuck is this? Mind you, it's like in the middle of the woods.
Yes, it's like a cabin.
I'm like, are you gonna murder me?
No, I'd be like...
Is that what's going on?
I'd be like, you cheating on me, motherfucker? You trying to send me to a sleep resort? Who you fucking?
Who you meeting up tonight?
Who you want to take back to the apartment that you gotta put me in a sleep resort?
My apartment, first of all.
A sleep resort.
Who you fucking on my coffee table?
The fuck? And he's basically like, oh no, like, this for you to rest, baby.
Yeah.
Like, I got it for you to actually sleep.
To relax.
I'd be like, sleep, huh? The way I would follow that motherfucker, I'd be like, sleep. Something's a
Nah,
little
you said in
suspicious.
Irish that he was gonna be a faithful husband.
Yeah. She didn't understand it.
But I would literally let a man speak another language. I don't know. I would literally pull up fucking Google Translate. I'll be like, say it again.
Yes, say it again. Speak into the phone. So then, but whatever, she doesn't see it that way. She's kind of like, well, thank you, that's so sweet. And he's like, you could call me at night if you can't sleep, you know, whatever. And she ends up calling him, and they end up having like, you know, like a nice little chat. Yeah. And then he's like, oh, like come outside. And she goes outside and he's there and she's like, oh my god. She's like, baby, stop.
So it turns out that he doesn't give a fuck about her sleep. He was like, this is a cover up.
He's like, you awake? All right, let's go. Like, let's go. So he takes her on a drive. And she's like, where are we going? And he's like, you'll see when we get there. And they pull up to a cabin and she's like, another cabin, bro? I'd be like, what the fuck?
What's going on?
And he's like, you'll know when to walk in. She's like, okay. So he walks in, as his point of view, and they got the boarding school headmaster there. Yeah.
Not the professor, guys. The professor, he's already gone.
He's already gone. Sloan ended him.
She already dealt with that. It's the headmaster.
This is the headmaster. Yeah. Motherfucker probably didn't even know what was going on. And he's like, please, I was just the principal.
I didn't know.
I was the principal of the school, please.
I think he didn't know, though.
He knew that people were complaining about the professor, and he did nothing about it.
He did nothing about it.
Yeah.
So that means you get... quick. You got no choice.
Yep. And then he's like, you knew. And one of them was my wife. And he was like, oh, I didn't know. He's like, I'm sorry, Mr. Kane. I'm sorry, please. And then I think he like pulls out a gun and he's like holding it against his head. And he's like, but I'm not going to be the one to kill you. And then enter. I don't know how she knows to come in. Yeah. He's like, you don't know when to come in. She's like, she's on cue.
Like, she's like, oh. With her ear to the door, she's like, it's my time, it's my time.
Yeah. So she walks in and he's like, please no. He's like, please no, Miss Montague. And she's like, it's Mrs. Kane. Motherfucker. And then Lachlan gives her like a box of like torture materials. Yeah. And like glitter too. Yeah. He's like, you know what?
He's like, here you go, baby.
Just in case.
After he was judging her like not even a few chapters ago.
So then she's like, she starts sewing his mouth.
Yeah.
And she's like, now you can't say a word. Just like you always wanted. You didn't speak up for the women that were being abused at the school. And then, after she sews his head, she shoots him in the head. If I were Lachlan, I'd be like, that was very fast. Like, I set this whole thing up and you're just going.
He's like, damn. He's like, so I guess back to the sleep resort.
Yeah, he's like, literally like, okay, let's go, I guess.
Yeah. What a night.
Let's go. That was eventful. Yeah. And then back at the sleep resort. Honestly, let's go.
I'm looking down.
Let's go.
They do like little meditation and like woosah, woosah, and like
deep breaths. Fucking
and like fucking
hypnotizing
like,
you.
Yeah. And what is it? Sage?
Yes. They're like sleep.
Say less.
I mean, that was the best sleep of my life.
Imagine they just come behind you and give you a fucking tranquilizer.
Oh my god, they sedate you, and then you wake up and you're like, wow,
best sleep of my life.
2 days have passed.
I'm gonna come here every weekend.
Damn, bro. Sleeping for 48 hours.
So guys, it's Monday. Everyone, please leave.
It's time to go. I hope you enjoyed your sleep. So then, back at the resort, Lark calls Lachlan, and because obviously she can't fucking sleep again, and she's telling him like, oh, we did like hot yoga today, and I got into this pose, and she's like, I could send you a picture. So she sends him a picture, and
he's like, sweet baby Jesus.
First, girl, like, what are you doing sending this man this picture?
I'm gonna pull it up. Don't worry, guys, I have it here. I highlighted it.
The name of it? It's the Yoganidrisana. The yogis should know about it.
I think I have it here.
It's where her legs are behind her head.
And her coochie. Who?
She's spreading the coochie apart.
Yeah, the coochie is like...
She's spreading it apart.
What? Yoga?
Yoganidrisana. This one.
Oh, no, you have it right there.
Wait, hold up. Let me...
She got it right there, guys.
Let me turn it.
Since apparently in this
that's even worse.
series, we always do visuals for you guys.
Here, hold it. Yogana Drasana.
There you go.
You're telling me you're sending a man that.
And this man was like,
where your coochie lips spread
like,
apart. He's like, what if she was wearing no pants?
Yeah, he's like, damn, I have to see. He's like, I did good. Sending her to the sleeper somewhere.
Girl, shitless. That you gotta be flexible as fuck.
First of all, yeah. How the fuck is she that flexible?
Her booty hole is pointing to the sky, along with her head. Oh my god! Look at this man. Oh my god! This is gonna be Lachlan at the end of the book. He's like, yes, baby, put it in right there. Yes. Woo! Oh my god! Can y'all actually do that? Can someone stitch this video or something doing it?
I need to know right now.
Like, is there a tutorial on this?
How long does it take to achieve this?
Yeah, I want to know. Like, can I do that? That's a trick. That's a nice trick. Girl. Hell no.
I feel like if I try doing that, I might get stuck and we might have to go to the ER.
Look at his piggies behind. Is that a no? That's a man. Look at his piggies behind his head.
They're chilling. Y'all into some weird shit.
Oh my god.
That doesn't look comfy.
And you know,
sleep like that
every time. Hell no.
Like,
maybe I should start trying it.
Maybe that's like some like kinky shit, you know, but like relaxing. Bro, I'm gonna end up in the hospital.
No, and you know, like whenever you do yoga, the yoga instructors are like, breathe where it hurts. I'd be like,
the pain in your booty hole is like intense.
I feel like my ass is pointing to the sky right now. My asshole hurts.
It's probably like dilating.
Oh my god. You're there trying to breathe. You're like crying. The yoga is, you know, sometimes
they're like,
they
now
push you down.
Now release the pose, and you're just there like,
ow. Tell me how to release that shit. I would never show up there ever again.
Me neither.
I'd be like, I'm suing you guys. Now I need to go to a doctor.
Next trip, the chiropractor's office.
For real. You know who would love that?
Zayd
Meadows.
Knees to ears, baby.
That's toes to ears.
Zayd pulls up. He's like, we're gonna try a new pose today, guys.
The Yogana Drasana.
He's like, Adeline, get to it.
Get to it, bitch. Okay, so whatever. She sends in that video, which homegirl knew exactly what she was doing.
Yeah.
And
that man, instant hard on.
Instant. And he's like, you want me to read you a bedtime story? She's like, yeah, read me a bedtime story. And whatever, he reads her Constantine or whatever. So then,
romantic.
Fast forward, Lachlan is in his shop, and this man walks in. And the man, you know, because Lachlan's a leather worker, the man brings a saddle.
Yeah.
A saddle? Where he brings a saddle, and he's like, oh, like, I want to restore, but I want something added to it, too. Yeah. And Lachlan is like, this guy's giving, like, weird vibes.
Yeah.
Already he's like, okay. He's like, yeah, sure. And then when he turns around to get a pen and paper, he hears, like, you know, like when the boots scuff against the floor, like if someone's coming at him. And like he quickly turns around, but when he turns around, the guy is like right where he is, where he was before. And then Lark comes in, so he's like, that's a little strange, but
I don't know how the fuck he did that, to be honest.
He giving contract killer.
He was quick with it.
He quickly like he just went back to position.
He's like, maybe I should do it now, JK.
Just kidding. So then Lachlan was like, I could have sworn this motherfucker's trying to attack me. He's trying to do something from behind. Like he likes. And
he likes it.
And the guy's name is Abe.
Of course.
Red flag.
You think it's like Abraham? Or you think it's
I think it's Abraham. If it's just Abe, that's terrible.
Yeah.
So then he's like, so what you want, like, written on the saddle? And he's like, nearer my God to thee. Which at this point we already know. We already know this, the religion of the Phantom.
Yeah.
The Phantom.
Yeah, because clearly, you know.
Which does he ever tell them I'm the Phantom?
No, he doesn't.
So then
they just assume that he crazy because
like
there's a lot of Jesus.
His chapter was named the Phantom, and then he's not even a serial killer that they call the Phantom. Like, he just, I don't know. I didn't understand it. near my God to thee. That's what I want. I just know he
what
talks.
Does he want? He just wants to be near to God.
Near to God. So then Lark starts singing like a fucking hymn or some shit, and he's like, "Are you a believer, ma'am?" And she's like, "My family used to be." I don't know. I think Lark, her family used to be like
till what happened to her.
Till what happened.
Yeah.
And whatever. After that weird interaction where the guy leaves, and they're gonna leave also, but then FedEx pulls up and he's like, "I gotta put away these boxes," you know. And he's like, "Turn on the car and like I'll be right there."
Yeah.
So then Lark gets in the car and she turns it on, and it's like, "Oh, yes, right there, yes." He slid his cock inside of her vagina, and she was screaming. And then she was like,
"My God,
this sounds like our cars when you get in it." She's like, "He's listening to an audiobook." Lachlan, bro. Imagine he listening to God of Fury because he wasn't. Yeah. He's like, "I want her to put it up my asshole."
Spread Brandon's booty cheeks.
Those booty cheeks were spread open. He clapped them real good.
He spit on it and to the hill.
To the hill. He's probably driving like,
damn, I gotta tell Lark I want this shit.
Oh my God. I think he left it there on purpose. So she could listen to it. She could be like, "Oh shit, let me write this down."
I think he wants it.
I think he might just want it up the ass.
I don't care where the fuck I am. Why would you leave it in that part? Why would you not finish that chapter? You know what I mean?
Bro, for real. That's a red flag.
Exactly.
Finish the chapter.
Like, fuck, I got to work. Turns off the ignition. Bitch, I'm getting late to work. I don't give a fuck. I'm finishing that chapter.
Mid-insertion.
Yes, exactly.
Mid-fornication. And he's like, beep, I need to go make some leather.
Nah. I don't fuck with that. I don't fuck with that. Nah.
So then, like, obviously she teases him about it. And she's like, "Oh my God, like, you're listening to smut. You're such a whore. You're such a whore." And then they head over to a club that Connor told them was connected to the killings.
Yeah.
And they go into, like, the club's records room. And while they're, like, searching around, someone is, like, walking outside the door. And they're like, "Oh, fuck, like, they're gonna come in." So then he's like, "Come in here." And they hid in, like, a storage closet.
Of course they do.
And obviously she starts, like, hyperventilating because the claustrophobia kicks in. My claustrophobia will kick in too. And then he starts, like, whispering to her and telling her stuff. And he's like, "You're so brave. And, like, you're such a good girl." I'd be like,
"Good girl, you say." She.
I could breathe fine now. So she takes his hand.
Like, actually, I think I need to be closer. Come here.
She's like, "Come here." She takes his hand. She puts it, like, on her chest. I don't know why. She could put it a little lower on the titty.
Yeah, that's my titty.
But no, and then, like, they're, like, looking at each other. And they're, like, in a moment. And she goes to kiss him. And this motherfucker goes
to the side. He said, "Sight."
The way I would chop off his dick.
I would literally be like, "Bleh."
You would still kiss him?
I'd force that motherfucker to kiss
Divorce papers. I'll be like, "I'll let my family
hunt you." Married.
Well,
you're my husband. You gonna give me those lips?
Girl, he literally pushes her back.
Yeah.
What would you do if a man pushes you back, pushes you away when you try to kiss him?
But then what his response?
Yeah.
Yeah, his response right after he said it real quick. He's like, "Nah." He's like, "The next time that we kiss."
No, he's like, "Not until you forgive me."
Yeah, you would have forgiven me.
I mean, I forgive you right now. Fucking kiss me. Like, she literally could have been like, "Forgiven."
But she doesn't forgive.
Give me the dick.
Yeah, she didn't forgive me.
No, she wants to do it special, and you'll see what it how she does it.
Yeah, very special.
Yeah. So then they go up to the club rooftop because she's rejected. You know, she feels rejected, and they start having another moment, and she ends up opening up to him that her father was killed in a home invasion.
Yeah.
And that the reason why she counts when she's having, like, one of those episodes is because that was a time that was on the clock every time that she would check the clock.
Yeah.
When she was hiding.
Because, like, the mom, they went into the closet.
The cupboard.
Yes. And the mom was like, "Don't get out till 7 in the morning." Was it?
I think so.
I think she told them, like, not to leave till it was 7 in the morning. So she would peek out.
To check the clock. And then, obviously that's how she got, like, her claustrophobia. Because she was in a cupboard during all these hours.
Yeah.
Okay, so then fast forward. We're almost getting to the part.
Yeah, it was slow burn, guys. Slow. burn.
Yes, it was.
Very slow, like fucking turtle slow.
And where's the killing?
Yeah, no killing.
Where's
Yeah.
the killing?
No killing. Yeah.
So then Lachlan gives Lark a gift because she's gonna like perform.
Yeah.
Or some shit. She's gonna go perform.
Like, I got you.
And it's a harness and it has like leather on it.
Leather.
And he put like stars like around her titties or some shit.
Yeah. Like I think on the straps.
Yeah.
Like that. He's
And
like, since I know you like stars.
Yeah, like I know you like stars, baby. There you go. You got stars now.
And
You're
she's
a star.
literally like, oh my god,
Yeah, she's like, oh my
god.
oh, baby.
The weight of my heart.
Wow, a harness?
My husband.
Surprised it's not a strap on. That's the type of harness.
That is.
Yes.
He's like, not yet. I can't tell her yet.
He's like, I'm easing into it.
They haven't even kissed again.
No. He's like, I'm just like throwing it out there, little hints.
He hasn't even fingered her with the missing tip.
Yeah.
Like, bro.
So then she's like, I have something for you too.
Yeah.
And she's like, but you can't open it until the concert. While we're at the concert.
You'll know when to open it.
She's like, I'll give you a sign. And she gives him a box.
Yeah.
And he's like, okay. So then they drive to the concert, to the venue. And then he's like, oh, like, or she tells him, she's like, I'll take you in through the back.
Yes.
And he's like, huh? The back?
Yeah.
Immediately he's like, you're taking me in the back? And she's like, what?
She's like, yeah, we're gonna go, like, come with me through the back. And he's like,
oh, mind you, he's blushing. He's like,
yeah.
oh. And she's like, do you have a thing with back doors? And he's like, no. And she's like, you like getting fucked up the ass? She's like, there's nothing to be ashamed of. Yeah. She's like, I've done it before with a guy. And then like, bro, he slams her against the wall. She's like, don't ever say you fucked on a man's ass.
No, I think it was her getting fucked in the ass.
No, I think she said she pegged the guy.
It was? I thought she said that she had done anal.
Look, cause he says Lachlan goes like, I don't want to hear about the way some other guy fucked my wife or the way she might have fucked him.
I guess it was insinuated, either or.
Just clapping those cheeks, woo! And then, after that, she's like, "Oh, so he likes it up the ass." And he's dropping little hints.
Yeah,
he's dropping little hints
for the big poof at the end.
Yeah, he's like, "I want
the
my booty hole stretched, baby." And then they're about to kiss, but they're interrupted by the band. Yeah. And then one of them is called Xander, and he looks jealous. He's like. And she's like, this is my husband. And he's like, I didn't know you were married.
Yeah. Bitch.
But whatever. Does he sing? I don't know. Does he play guitar?
Does he play the drums?
He got musical talent.
Can he hit it like me?
The drums. Boom. So then, whatever. It's time for the performance. And Lark starts performing. And that she's like, this song is dedicated to someone special. And she's like, it's called Ruinous Love. She's like, yeah.
Rock on.
Rock on, people.
Which apparently in the audiobook, she actually
sings
sings.
Oh, hell no.
Yeah.
I gotta listen to that.
Yeah. We gotta find that.
Ruinous love, I forgive you. That's basically how it went. She's like, I forgive you, my Irish man. She starts talking about beer and all types of
my no-tip finger man.
I love the no finger. And he likes being fucked up the ass, but I'm okay with it. I like pegging.
I would do it to you.
I would do it to you,
baby.
You contracted, but not anymore, cause me. Now you contracted to me in a different way.
I own you.
Bitch. Bitch.
I love you, husband.
Yeah. So then, like, after the song, she does, like, a little bat.
Yeah.
With her hands. She's
signal.
like, and he's like, that's the signal. Okay.
Yeah.
That's the
so he
signal.
opens up the box. And what's in the box?
Well, there's a card.
Yeah.
And it says, flip it on. And then there's a little remote.
Oh, God.
And mind you, he's like, what is this? Immediately, you're like, obviously, it's a pussy remote.
It's a pussy.
It's going to control her pussy.
Yeah.
So then, like, he clicks it on and he sees her, like, he's like, what the fuck? So he turns it off and she's like, and he flips it back on and she's like, mind you, she's playing like the cello or something. She's like, and then
and then what does he do? He's like, 3 times.
He's like, fun. She's like,
And then he puts it down. He puts it down.
He puts it down. And she relaxes again. The song
and
slows
then this
down.
time, five times.
And she's there like, bro, she's trying to like get off too at the same time.
And everyone in the crowd's like,
her bandmates are like,
the fuck, are you okay?
they're like, that's not the song.
I'd be like, what the fuck did you take before?
Literally, bitch. I'd be like, cut, stop the music. That's not, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Intermission.
And she's just there like going at it with the cello. And then, you know, like, she comes on stage. Mm-hmm. So she's like, she comes.
The grand finale.
The grand finale. And then when she looks up, he's gone. Because she was in a trance, but she was gone.
He's poof, motherfucker.
Now he's gone.
Yeah. So then, of course, she feels like shit.
Yeah. She's like, it was too much.
It was too much. I should have given that to him. Like, what was I thinking?
And she runs to the bathroom to cry. So she starts crying. Yeah. And then Lachlan busts in. And everyone's like, it. Yeah. She's like, and he's like, where the fuck were you?
Like, why are you crying? He's like, it's fucking tears.
And he's like, what are you doing here? She's like, I'm fucking crying, obviously.
Yeah.
And then she's like, why are you here? And he's like, I was in the dressing room.
Waiting for you. So we could go home and I could fuck you until you can't walk. Yeah.
And she's like, what'd you say?
I wouldn't even ask questions. I'd be like, get the car.
No, I'd be like, fuck me or I fuck you. Like, I just want to clarify. Because, like, you know, I already came. So is it for you? Because if not, there's an after party.
You want the little vibrator somewhere? We could try. We could try it on you.
He said, that's a good idea.
Like, you can put the little bullet vibrator somewhere else.
Lose it in there. Bro. You need to go digging for it.
Oh, that's not good.
It's just, bro, it vibrates his fucking colon.
It's prostate.
She needs to look in there. Like,
I'm not looking for shit. I'll be like, you lost it? I don't know what to tell you.
You could probably shit it out.
Take a Miralax and...
Yeah. Or you could push it out and that shit will come flying like a bullet, literally.
Or put like lube. Get like a syringe. Put lube. Just put it in your booty.
Yeah, and just push.
Yeah.
It'll shoot out. Yeah. It'll shoot out. So then he lifts her onto the counter real quick. Yeah. And he's like, show me the toy. But it's still inside her, by the way.
Yeah.
And then she's like about to. And she tells him, by the way, because he calls her Duchess. Girl, we forgot.
Yeah.
He calls her Duchess.
Like in The Wolf on Wall Street. That's what I was thinking about the first time I heard that.
He's like, little Duchess. But whatever. Yeah. She's like, I'm not your little Duchess right now. I don't like that nickname, but whatever. I'm your fucking whore. I was like, excuse me?
Oh my God.
She likes being degraded,
yeah,
bro.
she does.
And then she's literally like, cut it out with the shit. Right now, I'm your whore. And he's like... And he's like, then lift that dress up and prove it.
It was good. The smell was good.
The smell was good. But I wasn't like, I didn't expect the whore comment. Yeah. I was like,
I don't think he did either, to be honest.
Honestly, like, I don't like being called the whore, period. Like, I'll stop real quick mid fornication. I'd be like, what the fuck did you just call me, motherfucker?
It hasn't even started.
It hasn't even started. And she's like, call me your whore. Yeah, baby. Nah, bro. If we into it and he's like, yeah, whore, I'd be like, bitch, the fuck? The fuck you just
be like, turn around, bitch. We're gonna see who's a whore right now.
Spread those cheeks, motherfucker. So then, whatever. She lifts the dress and he's like, I'm gonna fuck you until you scream my name so everyone can know whose whore you are. And then, like, he uses his knife. He got a pocket knife. He goes, and he cuts off her panties.
Yeah.
I'd be like, can you not?
Like, why do you gotta cut them off?
Like,
you could just slide them off.
Yeah, bro, like, I fucking paid for that.
Yeah.
You know how hard... Oh, no, she's rich. Never mind. I'd be like, you know how hard it is making a living as a singer? As a cello player? So then he like, cuts off the panties, and he takes the toy out of her coochie.
He's like, I'm gonna use this later. I'm gonna keep this.
And then bro, when I'm in private, you know.
I'm gonna see what this is all about, baby.
Tickle something. So then he puts her down and he like turns her around so she's facing the mirror. Yeah. And he grabs her panties and he chokes her with them.
I've never seen, bro. I don't think I've ever read a book.
I wasn't expecting that.
That they do that.
He's choking
with panties.
He's choking her with her panties, bro. He's like this.
So I'm gonna fuck you, bitch.
Yeah. Whore. So then he puts the toy like against her clitoris.
Yeah.
And she's like, please fuck me. And he's like, the first time I fuck my wife is not gonna be in a bathroom of some bar.
Yeah.
Or club, wherever they are. And he's like, so if you want to be filled, you better use your imagination and come with what I give you.
Whore,
bitch. The fuck?
I'd be like, so we're calling names now.
Yeah. So then whatever, she finishes, and then right when she finishes, Xander opens the door.
Yeah.
And Lachlan's like, get the fuck out.
He's like, my bad.
He's like,
he's like, oh, freshly fucked.
yeah. And then he's like, get the fuck, and whatever, he closes the door on his face. And then when Lark goes to grab her instruments, Abe shows up all of a sudden. Abe, and he said, that was a wonderful performance. I know he got a country accent. I just know he's Southern. You got a wonderful performance. And he's like, the cello's my favorite instrument. And then he's like, what a wonder. Oh shit, wait, hold up, I lost my place. Wait, okay.
I have it here.
So then he was like, what a wonderful tool music is to escape from darkness. Don't you agree?
Sir.
I'd be like, okay, like, I gotta thank you. And
Sir.
then he's like, make a joyful noise unto the Lord. All the earth break forth into joyous songs and sing praise. I'd be like, mind you, he says all that and then he just leaves.
I would literally send Jehovah Witness to his house.
I'll be like, okay.
I would literally send Jehovah Witness.
I don't know how
you could do that online.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah.
Girl, I don't know how that didn't like, like a switch didn't go off, that they're like, this is the guy.
Yeah.
This is a motherfucker. Like, he's weird.
Yeah.
I mean, know.
You just think he's religious, girl. You think every religious person's weird?
Girl, he showed up to her concert.
Yeah, the leather shop and
he's like, I love the cello. And I know that motherfucker got glasses too. He's Southern and he got glasses. And he's like, I love, the pet, the Dahmer glasses.
And a porn stash.
Yeah, he's like, I love the cello. So then, once they park at home, because they fucking speed home, and he carries her and he throws her on the bed. And he's like, take everything off except the harness. And she does. She takes it off. So like her titties are strapped in. They're strapped in.
It's go time.
It's go time.
It's go time.
And he's like, what are you? And she's like, you're a whore.
Of course.
And he's like, then get on your hands and knees like the whore you are.
And crawl to me, baby.
And she does, and she crawls to him like real quick. She's like, yes, master.
Crawling.
Yes, master. Or she gets on the floor and she crawls.
Yeah.
And he's like, take my dick out. My God, take it out.
Don't worry, guys. The cock is not missing the tip.
No. That I don't know if I could do. So then she takes it out. And he's like, spit on it, stroke it. I'd be like, I know how to work a dick, motherfucker. I know how to do it. But whatever. And
just
then,
in case.
Yeah, just in case you don't know. And then like, without even telling her, he just like pushes her mouth onto it. She opens it. Because imagine, like, it just goes. And she's like, my bad, I didn't know you were coming, my bad. So then, whatever, he puts it. And then he's like, you could do better than that, whore. I'd be like, listen, you want to suck your own dick? Like, why are you complaining?
He was telling her she wasn't putting that work.
No, he's like, you could do better than that.
Whore.
And whore.
Whore.
The degradation. 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 Damn,
Degradation.
I can't speak. It's the choker. It's choking.
She likes getting degraded.
Whore. At the end of every sentence, you get whore.
Suck it harder. Whore.
Suck it. Do better. Whore. But anyways, then he like puts her on her hands and knees on the bed and he starts eating her out. And then like he's edging her. This is the edger.
Clearly.
He's edging her. And then she's like, please put it in. And bro, again, he's like, pause. You on contraceptive?
Literally, that's the way he says it. We couldn't even get birth control. You on contraceptive?
You on contraceptive, girl? And I would be like, are you fucking serious? He just killed the vibe right there.
He wanted to fuck her raw.
But whatever. She's like, yes, put it in.
He wanted to raw dog it.
She's like, I need to be fucked by my husband. Put it in. And then, bro, that turns it on real quick. He's like, whoa, he starts fucking.
Yeah.
They start fucking.
He's like, no condom.
No, none. And then he's like holding the harness and he's like, yeah, going at it.
He's Irish. Whore.
You whore.
We sound Russian.
You fucking whore. Oh my gosh. Okay, so after they do that, she invites him to like stay in her bed. Mm-hmm. And then she's finally able to sleep because of course she is.
He's snuggling.
Of course she is. And then over breakfast, she's like, by the way, the coffee table got a dead guy in it.
Yeah.
Now that we're at that stage in our relationship, so I think you should know.
By accident, I sanded his nose, and that's what you smelled, not the dog's fart. Fucking poor dog.
Bro, he already stuck his dick in her, like, there's no turning back now.
Nah, and they're married, bro. They're married.
He's like, oh, okay. He's like, I guess. Yeah. So, then eventually, they fuck again. Mm-hmm. But this time with ice, and he runs the ice cube like all over her nips, like, and then like her clitoris, and he's like with the ice cube, and then like he starts sucking on it with the ice in his mouth. Yeah. And I don't know how he does it, but he does it.
I don't know how it lasted that long too. It like doesn't fucking.
It didn't melt from all the heat generating. And then he flips her around and he starts like fucking her. Yeah. And then he spits on her booty hole. Yeah. And he runs the ice over the booty hole. And he sticks a finger in the booty hole.
A lot of booty hole stuff.
Yes. And then he gives her the ice after running it over her booty hole. And he's like, use it. And she puts it down there.
Girl, that's an infection coming. I'd be
like, no.
I'll be like, the fuck? I'll be like, put it in your mouth, bitch. Then I'll use it.
Nah, bro, go to the ice machine and get a new one. The fuck? But whatever, she does it and she ends up finished.
It's fiction. It's fiction.
It's fiction.
No infections.
No.
Never.
Nah.
Never.
And then, eventually he and he starts pushing his stuff into her booty hole.
Yeah. His white stuff.
His cream. I don't know why, like, he pushes it into her booty hole. Like, he's scooping it out of her vagina. Vagina. And putting it in her booty hole.
He's like lubing it up. He's like, I know one day I'm gonna fuck this. One day.
And then I'm gonna get mind fucked.
Yeah. He's like, we're gonna take turns,
that's
baby.
The next step.
We're gonna take turns.
So then they fast forward. Mm-hmm. They sneak into the medical examiner's office because another guy, Stan, which he was with her parents in the beginning, they're another business partner. Stan got killed. And they go to the medical examiner's office and to check his body. And they saw off his thumb and they take his eye to be able to like access his records or some shit. Poor Stan.
Oh, and mind you, they're all fucking gagging. Even Lark is gagging. They're all fucking like, this motherfucker's a contract killer. Lark is a serial killer. They're all fucking.
Yeah.
Like. Oh,
I don't know.
I'll be like, pussies. They should have just
Sloan. Yeah, Sloan got it. She got it down fine. Like, so then the next chapter, we got Phantom's point of view, which at this point, we already know who the fuck it is. It's fucking Abe, bro. It's Abe. Yeah. It's Abe. And then he goes to Aunt Ethel in her nursing home. And he's like, I'm here to deliver you to God. And then he ODs her on lorazepam. Yeah. And homegirl,
she dies just like that. Just like that.
So, and Lark is home when she gets the news that her aunt.
She was giving me old lady vibes.
She was. Aunt Ethel is gone. She's gone. Poof. And then she calls Lachlan and he told her that, like, it's going to be okay. Yeah. By the way, I love you. Yeah. He told her he loves her. And you already know, like, it's about to come.
He's like, I'm going to meet you there. He's like, I'm going to meet you at the house.
Which, what kind of confession was that? He told her over the phone?
Yeah, I know.
I love you, baby. But anyways, then, like, when she steps out of the bath, I love you, whore. when she steps out of the bathroom, who's there? Abe. Abe is there with a fucking Bible in his arms.
And a fucking crucifix.
I'm here. I'm here to preach about our Lord and Savior.
Jesus Christ.
Jesus Christ. He grabs a syringe and he's like...
It's always a syringe to the neck.
Yeah. And she's... So then, Lachlan's point of view now, Connor sends him a picture of Stan's attacker, or a video, I don't know.
Yeah. And it's
Abe.
And he's like...
What a coincidence that she just got kidnapped and they found out in that same moment who it is. Wow, what a coincidence. Amazing investigative work.
They didn't investigate shit.
No,
but
it just came to them. Connor did all the work. Yeah. But fuck, what kind of marriage? What kind of agreement?
They hated him in the beginning of the book.
Yes.
But whatever.
So, Lachlan goes to their apartment. I think with like Rose and Fionn, he somehow hit up everybody, and they all show up to the apartment, and they go, and you see, like, this was written in to get us interested in the next book. He called Rose and Fionn, Rose and Fionn, call fucking the serial killers, call Rowan and Sloan. They've been through this already. But he tells, like, he sees that the dog is injured, and I'm like, nah, bro, you got me fucked up. I would turn into Batman if they injured my dog. And then he tells Fionn, like, save the dog. And Fionn's like, I'm not a vet, motherfucker.
Like, I'm a doctor.
He's like, save it.
He's like, it's the same shit, bitch. It's the same shit. Just cut it open.
Yes. Which I think they save it.
Yeah, they do. They save it.
So then Lachlan figures out that they're across the street. I don't know how.
Yeah.
Figures out that they're in the apartment across the street. And then Rose is like, I'm coming with you. Because apparently Rose is...
Yeah. She wild.
Yeah, apparently. She Catwoman.
Yeah.
She Catwoman. And then she goes to Fionn and she's like, I love you, by the way.
Just like that. We already got it. We haven't even read their fucking book. They love each other.
Yeah, I was like, what?
The fuck?
And Fionn doesn't reply. He's like, okay.
No, he's like looking at her though, like, don't go.
Yeah, he's telling them, like, don't go, but whatever, they go.
And she's like, I love you.
She's like, I love you. Just know that if I die.
Fionn.
And he's just like, don't
do it.
Don't go. But then, you know, like, both of them, Batman and Catwoman, they breach his apartment across the street.
And again, he does nothing. We'll get to it though.
Yeah. And then we find out that his name is Abe Mead, which is the brother of Harvey that Sloan and Rowan killed in the beginning. Yeah. So this motherfucker was like, I'm not going to get revenge on Rowan and Sloan because they took away my brothers. So I'm going to make his brother suffer. I'm not even going to kill his brother. I'm going to kill his brother's girl.
Yeah. Confusion. But yeah, sure. We'll go with it.
Yeah. So then Lark's point of view, and she wakes up somewhere dark. And she's like, what the fuck? And then he shows up and he starts preaching to her again. He's reading Bible verses. He's like, oh,
thou shalt not sin. Thou shalt not murder.
Thou shalt not have sex. Especially up the ass.
Thou shalt not kill.
No.
Bitch.
For real. And then he leaves, and all of a sudden she hears him talking to someone outside. And it's Lachlan and Rose hasn't shown up yet, but it's Lachlan. Lachlan shows up, and Lachlan shows up with the gun, and Abe is like, put the gun down. He's like, if not, I'll bake your wife in that room, because apparently there's ovens in the room.
Yeah.
What kind of apartment is this?
I don't know. He's been planning that for a long time.
He's been like going to Lowe's and getting.
He bought a whole bunch of easy bake ovens.
Damn, bro. And then what? That's gonna cause a fire. You can't even return them. How much money did he spend on those ovens?
Ovens are expensive.
They are.
At that point, just use something else.
Yeah, bro.
Use the fireworks.
And if they're like, yeah, for real. And like if they're stainless steel.
Ooh, fancy. Or gas.
Oh, you just need one.
Yeah, and that's it. Blow up.
Yeah, just blow up. Okay, so then he's like, I'll bake your wife in this room right now. And then he's like, and I'll blow up your brother's car. I put a bomb in it. I don't know when, but I did. He's like, I put a bomb in his car. And Lachlan's like,
so let me put the gun down.
Yeah, bro. He's like Michael Jackson. Puts the gun peace. He puts the gun down. And then Abe goes like, pick your wife or your brother.
Yeah.
And Lark is like, I'll pick for him. Save Rowan. And Lachlan's like, no. Like, he's like, I'm making the decision. And Abe is like, too late. Your wife made it for you. We're baking her ass.
Nice and crispy.
Nice and crispy. And then all like at the same time, I think it's like at the same time that like he hits the button to cook her, like a gunshot goes off. Rose apparently fucking sniped him through a window. I don't know.
She's crazy.
I don't know, bro. She
Crazy.
Like, and he's gone.
That's it.
He's gone. And Lachlan's there like, what do I do?
He's like, I didn't do shit.
Bro, I think even Lark has to tell him, like, can you break the window? Or Rose or something. Yeah. She's like, break the window. And he's like,
get her out.
He's like, good idea.
Oh my God. Useless.
What kind of contract killer are you?
He has no index finger. He has no fucking brain.
Yeah, bro. Index finger. So then, he takes her out and...
Yeah.
I don't know what...
The end. No, we're just kidding. We gotta talk about the last part.
No, I don't know what ends up happening to the ovens. Do they turn off? Does the apartment building blow up and kill a bunch of people? Like...
I don't know. I don't recall.
I
think they just turned them off. Off.
Just one by one. So then they sign a contract. They sign the contract with Leander. Mm-hmm. And then Lachlan is a free man. And
then he gets fucked up the ass. Let's get to it.
No. And then Lachlan gives her the headmaster's heart and like a cube of epoxy.
He does.
And then he gives her like divorce papers.
Yeah. And she's like,
what? Like, but then like when she turns around, he's like on his knees and he's like, marry me for real. Like, we're already married, but like
this time
I'm like asking you genuinely to marry me.
And then she rips up the papers.
Yeah. And then
he gets fucked up the ass.
And then it's the epilogue.
Yeah.
And they're, I think, like on their honeymoon or some shit.
Yeah, they are.
And I think like they just finished, enjoying like a nice day in the beach.
And she's like,
and he walks in and she's like butt naked with a strap on.
Yeah.
And he's like, he turns around real quick. He's like, yes.
He's like, this is what I've been waiting for.
He's like, let me just turn around slowly so I don't scare her.
Let me bend over real quick.
My face to the pillow.
He'd be like, baby, did you bring lube?
He probably don't even. He's like, oh, I want it just
raw.
I want to feel it all.
Try.
Yes. And then they fuck.
Yeah.
Over their divorce papers.
Yeah.
And then she's like, you like that whore? She's pegging the fuck out of him. And he's there whimpering. He's like, yes. I'm your whore.
And I was like, yeah, let me just fucking finish this chapter.
Literally.
Oh my God.
I just spilled water all over us.
Let me just finish this chapter and book. I was over it.
Oh my gosh. And yeah, that's literally the end of the book.
Yeah, that was Leather and Lark, guys. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
What a way to end things.
Are you gonna read book 3?
I mean, I feel like we have to.
Yeah.
We've come so far, I think we kind of have to.
Yeah. I feel like, I mean, I'm gonna read it. Hopefully it's better than the second one. I did like the first one than the second one. I liked the first one more. I know you were iffy about both of them.
Yeah, but I think I agree. The first one was better.
You like the first one?
Yeah.
It had more killing. It was more, it was dark. I think I actually laughed a lot more in the first one.
The scene with the cannibal motherfucker?
Yeah. Yeah.
That was interesting.
Yeah, that was good.
But, yeah, that was Leather and Lark.
Yeah. Yeah, guys, I feel like I don't know. I feel like we always do books that at least we've done. Okay, so lately a lot of the books, Priscilla has been like a little iffy about them, except God of Fury. She actually liked God of Fury. But I don't know. I feel like this one, since we both didn't enjoy it, I guess that's like the right terminology, that we didn't enjoy it as much as we thought we were. I have like nothing to say. Like I don't. And every time I think about it, it just gets worse. So like,
I just keep thinking about him getting fucked up the ass and her calling him a whore. But yeah, guys. Either way, I hope you enjoyed this episode.
This video.
We want to know if you liked the book or if you were like meh about it.
Yeah. Which one did you like more?
Yeah.
Did you like book 1 or book 2 more? I want to know.
Yeah.
Because I feel like people, from what I've seen a lot of people not like the book. I've seen a lot of people say that after Butcher and Blackbird, they were disappointed. So I want to know if someone like thoroughly enjoyed it. 5 out of 5 stars. Is what I want to know.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
But yeah, guys, thank you for watching.
Yes.
We love you guys. We thank you for all the support.
Yes. Next video, are we doing God of War?
I guess so.
God of War. Or if anyone wants something else, comment down below.
Yes.
We have like a whole bunch of videos planned out, but right now I can't think of what we've talked about.
Yeah.
For some reason.
But I mean, I guess you guys will see.
Yeah.
And we love you.
Thank you for the love, as always.
Yes. And until next time, besties. Bye.
Bye.